go through here because I did play pretty good idol last night as well. These are just some ranked games, but let's go. It should be versus. There's just Adira. No, these weren't the ranked games. This was the tournament games. I'm pretty sure because I ended up winning the first 2 matches, and then Alex, not Alex, I believe, freaking reversed it on me, man. He brought it back. So props to him. And he actually ended up going on to win the tournament. It was pretty sick. So it should be all these matches. It was really close even in the last game. There were some matches where I think he just got me in the corner and I just got rocked like super hard. So I played Rash versus Sadira, and this is the same matchup that ended up being in Grand Finals because not Alex ended up going to Grand Finals as well. And he had fought the Sadira that beat me. So this is the Sadira that ended up getting to Grand Finals is Samuel. I can't remember. I think it's Samuel D. FGC. I think I got that right. But he was a very, very good Sadira that really makes you have to play patient and like not mess up your spacing because his spacing is immaculate. Like that's why I'm looking. I want to see if I can get a first attempt with him sometime within the next week or so. I'm sure he's getting a lot of people, especially just because he went as far as he did with Sadira. He played phenomenally, dude. It was nuts, and he was playing against a matchup that is Sadira is not supposed to do well in, or at least she has to really think about how she has to change up her approach. I mean, once you get Rash on hard knockdown, if he doesn't have meter, he can't really reversal you. And even with meter, like if you kind of space it out right or cross them up right at the right instance, you can still kind of get away with it. So it's a tough time. It can be. So, Sadira pressure is no joke, especially like you fight Sadira players that really know what they're doing. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into these matches now. We're gonna start with my matches against Samuel D. FGC, which our first 2 matches was against a Spinal player. He just definitely seemed like he wasn't very familiar with Shin Hisako, so I just kind of ran a train on him with mix up. If you've ever played against Shin Hisako, you know how that story goes. But yeah, so let's jump into these matches, and then we'll play some ranked after. So I played 2 matches as Rash against him. I don't think I should have switched. I think I was handling it fine. The matches were just very close, but I just wanted to see. So how do I approach here? Okay. Tongue in, yeah. To meet her air to air. This is why this matchup can be really difficult. I need to be cautious about me doing like full screen tongue like this though. Like if people are aware of it like this, like watch, jab jab. Because I whiffed, he was able to do it a lot easier, but that's kind of like your answer anyways for that type. So let's see, I do it again immediately. Like and he's gonna backdash, there's ways out of it. So up tongue, catch him. Got juggles. Let's mix up. Just jab to try and keep him there. Okay. Ooh, that was weird. You see what I mean though? Like he's really looking at a lot of the options Sadira has with like the flip kit because I believe that one move. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. It gives her it's a high crush. So it's great in this matchup. Any character with a high crush is super great in this matchup. So we're doing okay so far. We're like kind of spacing it out. We're trying to make sure she's not expecting us to go in all the time. I feel like I could have capitalized better off there. I got my hit and I just dropped the combo. I'm just trying to reset the neutral because I'm just like, I don't want him to get an advantage if I can prevent it. We got a reset here in the corner, but she has instinct, and I'm trying to respect that. I should have just backed up here. For sure. I don't know why I wanted to challenge with the boot so bad, because what do I get here? I spend a bar, and then she's on hard knockdown, but she still gets to wake up with web. So it's still not a good situation for me. So in this instance, I should have been just far enough out of range where I could bait the instinct pop and then be able to maybe jump and get out. But the thing is, he could have also woke up, instinct pop and then shadow spun, because that's a really good way, Sadira players will get in. So let's see. He reset, yep, reset, and then you get Sadira shenanigans. This is what Samuel was doing all last night, man. He was getting people a lot. I like that mix-up, though, because if he had spun under me, that would have got me. Okay, there's the web. I didn't want to get hit by this. I was trying to tongue to the left there, to get away because as soon as I saw the spin, but I was too high up in the air, so he tagged my foot here and he was able to juggle it. And I think he gets the juggle. I was expecting that. I whiffed that. Unfortunately, I get put back in the web. I should have actually approached differently there. And there goes the round. And now neither of us have instinct or meter, so I get a juggle here. I kind of whiffed that. I'm starting to wonder, because in that situation, heavy punch isn't going to hit, but some people will try and break there, and it will kind of make them go into a scrambly situation. So being able to drop it and then possibly reset them there, I'm wondering if that's something I should experiment with. But, yeah. Okay, jab jab. And this is where Sadira wants to be, all the pressure in the world. He starts catching onto my backdashes too. Samuel mixing up his combos really nicely. I'm just like, no, I don't want any. There it is again. So that's something I really need to be careful about my usage, because he's definitely looking for it to punish it. And this is something when we go into the matches against Alex, you'll definitely notice that I started doing against him, because he was doing that. He was doing just raw tongue like across the screen, and you can punish it pretty easily in the Rash Mirror. But anyways, let's continue. So we get kind of like a little scrambly, but then I think I just spend the bar here to cash out. Or no, I was going to, but then I whiffed like a genius. And then that put me on a little bit of tilt, because I could have had the match end, but we get it anyways. Not too bad. So I just need to clean up some of my confirms, make sure just to, just cash out to get the round. Okay, we got a good juggle here, but he breaks the flip out. Doesn't want to deal with it. I think I shadow boot here. Yep, we get the recap. I don't know what... I think I was trying to get a manual in there after I just spaced it wrong. Now, that would have been a risky counter break, but it's one, like, I could have possibly died. Ooh, yeah, he wasn't expecting that, but now here's the web. I think I was already pressing a button to try and challenge him, so I think I'm actually dead here if he does it right. Yeah. See, that is such a dirty mix-up, because in this situation, I was expecting an empty jump low. So that's definitely why it crouched right there. Super tricky, and then he gets the win. So, at least for that match, we'll see how it goes into the next ones. But for that match, I think I was doing well. There was just a couple things. I dropped some confirms that I definitely shouldn't have. We dropped some confirms. And then the raw, like, full screen tongue. Because raw full screen tongue, if somebody has a way out of it, you can even jab out of it. It's really not a good option to get in, like, consistently. You, like, have to kind of catch people off guard with it, and so they aren't prepared to, deal with it. And there's some matches I was watching when Alex was fighting Samuel Sadira that I need to test, because I want to see if, because the angle that Alex was jumping at and doing a directional tongue down, it seemed like there wasn't anything Samuel could do. I'm wondering if the flip kick would still work, but he was just like thinking about so many other things that he just didn't react and do it in time. Alright, so let's get into match 2, see if I adjust it all here. Or if I keep doing raw tongues. I'm sure I probably will at some point. I was trying to catch and see what he did. That was a nice flip out, but ooh, okay. So I definitely think I meant to do down tongue. I definitely don't think I meant to do side tongue there, because he just got out for free, so that's bad. And that's why I tongued right back in, because I was kind of frustrated. I was like, get back here. Because I know once I get Sadira on hard knockdown, I can do a lot. I think I was trying to manual that there. Trying to be fancy when I shouldn't be. Good. Okay, so we got defense. But I think I backdash here, and this is something that I get blown up for. Backdashing too much, trying to get out of Sadira's pressure, and that's going to keep happening a lot. I get out of it that time, but it's definitely something that is, that was kind of dirty, by the way, because it hit on the right side and then the left, but fucking Samuel was on point this tournament, man, so he was ready for it. I was just trying to get a reset with the juggle. I don't know, so wake up forward dash. You're wondering, okay, what is this dude doing? You freaking weirdo. So at least for that, I was doing, I was trying to predict that Sadira was going to jump, because I thought he was going to try and mix me up immediately. Obviously that wasn't the case, and I look like a doofus. So let's see how that pans out. Other than that, it wasn't too bad of a punish, but still, just to give you guys some insight. He's looking for it. You broke it that time. And I'm okay with eating that break, because if I do counter break and he gets out, or if he gets an opening, he could just pop instinct and just run a train on my entire life bar, so I don't want to counter break. At least when it's not too obvious. Tried to backdash, caught him that time. We're doing good, but I'm assuming instinct pop here and spin. This is gonna catch, I think. Nope, we are actually able to beat it this time. We're good. So I was kind of predicting it, and I threw the medium kick out. We're just trying to avoid Sadira's instinct at all costs if we can. You know, best way of avoidance is just juggle. Now she's out of instinct, but so Samuel has to do some work here. He's going to want to get another instinct before he dies. And I may just not respect his pressure here, and I think, yep, a reset. This is what he needs. He needs one more combo and then it would be death for me. I get boot. What do I do here to capitalize? See, that was a mistake. I didn't get the bike recap. I didn't get the bike recap again. This is like scrambly. I'm definitely noticing I'm not consistent. That's not what I mean. I think I'm dead here. Yeah, because I had tried to break when he was doing a jump in. So just to pause and kind of take a frame of mind, I knew that I needed to apply as much pressure as possible with this first instinct to try and make sure I could close out a win. And that's why I was kind of panicky. So I just think in those instances I need to like take a breath and just like kind of space out what I'm doing more. Think about how I'm going to approach, like to stop him from being able to juggle. There we go again. He blew up my backdash, and then I was assuming he was going to do light, and I get blown up for it. Boom, boom. Pressure, pressure. He catches me with the empty jump low. I was like, no, get off me. I was like, give me some space, Sadir. Give me some time. Ooh, that was unfortunate. I was trying to meet the air-to-air, just barely missed it. I think I tongue up here. I do, okay. Resets. I don't think we get the bike though, and he's gonna have instinct. This is a tough spot, so my instinct's already halfway gone. He has two full bars and instinct. I'm like, I don't know if I want to approach you, and I think this is gonna beat this too. Yeah, unfortunately. I was hoping that the hit would come beforehand, and then I think at this point I just get mixed up to death. Yeah, I'm dead. Like I said, I feel like the matches were, at least with Rash, just looking at Rash before we get into the Shin Hisako matchup, I feel like I was doing fine here. It was just and I think the life deficit, comparatively, if I had not dropped some of those combos, or, you know, it may have been a different way. But I think it's just being a bit more consistent on making sure not to drop stuff, and then making sure I get a combo, or at least a little bit of damage, instead of, you know, some of those stray hits I would get, but then I didn't confirm. I think that really would have made a difference in this match. And then obviously, like we talked about, the raw, like, full screen tongue, you gotta be careful with your usage of that. But let's go to the third match with Shin Hisako versus Sadira. So, in this matchup, at least from what I have learned so far, so a lot of this matchup is about who can get the life lead, and then you have to play the other person's game. So, whoever gets the life lead here, you'll notice, like, with my usage of the fireball, I'm trying to get it, there we go, so we got a hit, but she has the life lead. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get under Sadira. And there's certain instances where I'm trying to dragon punch, like right there, that was a missed input. I tried to do heavy dragon punch, and it would have cut through and hit her, but unfortunately I missed it, and she gets in. So let's see how I deal with this. Back up, but we get hit by the jumping heavy kick, which we could have anti-aired there again, after the kunai. Okay, so we got a juggle, breaks the juggle. Missed the block. Tried the guest break, get reset. Wasn't ready for the reset, and then he's just going to be able to cash out some damage. Very clean. Very, very clean. That's 41% that I could have avoided without the guest break. But now, I think he has some really good avoidance, because Sadira can deal with Shin Hisako instinct, because usually you'll play characters that only have one jump, and then they'll jump, and then Shin Hisako will you'll shadow slice in, hit them on the ground, and then you can at least get a little bit of damage maybe before the hand goes away. Sadira kind of mixes that up though, and she's one, there's a couple characters that can do it, but she can hold her double jump to see if you're going to slice, and then she can just keep doing normal jump like Samuel's doing here. So it was really smart of him. It forces me to have to go in, and then I'm pretty much just getting a train ran on me at this point. Like I have to come into Samuel and play his game to allow him to possibly approach. And right there you saw me do the upward angle on the fireball, which is like a big key component of this. I think when I did the jump back heavy kick there, I was expecting him to wake up Shadow, but obviously he doesn't have meter. I shouldn't have did that. I just needed to be more aware of that. So we have him in the corner finally, and we get the fireball. So this is the fireball I've been wanting. So we're in. But what do? So he blocks, good blocks, and then he jumps again. I wanted to keep him in the corner. If I had done jumping medium punch instead, I think that's a better air-to-air button in this matchup, and then he just catches my jump in. So again, this is coming down to Samuel having really, really good spacing, and then being able to punish the fact that, I need to get in. Again, the jumping medium punch would have worked better here, but I thought he was going to wake up Shadow Flip Kick, to be honest, and that was what I was trying to stuff with the jumping medium kick. Again, with the air-to-airs, I was getting frustrated, so I may have done the slice through. I thought he was going to backdash here, which is why I did that. And this is another mistake I made. I was trying to do heavy to possibly see if I could hit it to like mix it up, because I didn't want him to break again, but in this instance, it was probably one of the worst times I could have did this, because now Samuel has instinct, I'm still in recovery, which I think he punished him the ear, or no, it's a counter hit. So, I was trying to possibly press a Dragon Punch after, but I was still basically negative here, and he's just going to mix me up, I think, with Instinct Pop here. Nope. I think I tried the Dragon Punch, but Sadira mix-ups, it reversed my input. Or no, I was trying to slice, not Dragon Punch. Yep, and he broke that. At this point, like, he's able to do that with impunity. If I get the counter break, then what is it to him? So we stuff that. I think we close out the round here. Yeah. So we get the round, but look at the match. Look how much I've lost just based off those mistakes. The one guest break that I did cost me 40% of my health. And now I'm in a terrible spot because I ate like 1 or 2 mix-ups when I should have just tried to block. Should have just been blocking instead of trying to contest. Like Shin Hisako, understanding that you can't deal with Sadira when she is directly above you is super important. Like, you just have to hold that. You have to hold that and look for an opportunity to get out and challenge her on her buttons. But besides that, so like I was saying, look at the situation. I have no instinct now. I have 1 bar of meter. That's okay, but not like the best for Shin. It's not going to make or break her. Sadira, meanwhile, Samuel's sitting over here on full instinct and a bar. And I have to try and approach this. So it's a tough situation already. I'm trying to space it out the best I can, but right there, this is something I was actually talking to Blind Gamer about a little bit ago, where I was trying to, I need to really get used to when Sadira players are going to try and rush in, because they don't want to deal with the fireball, and then being able to capitalize with the Dragon Punch to anti-air them. It's not all the time. It's something I'm definitely, it's going to be a little, like, you're kind of guessing the neutral at that point, but you want to make sure you're enforcing that they can't just jump in expecting you to like throw a fireball and then try and activate the fireball or something, because you're not going to have enough time. And this is something Samuel was punishing me a lot for. And obviously he punished that, but he didn't end up punishing the slice through, or he blocked that, sorry. And then I think I'm dead here. Maybe just one more mix up. That's pretty much going to do it. Yeah. And boom. Again, this comes down to I should have played more patient and blocked, but the threat of Sadira instinct made me not want to be there. It made me not want to be in that situation. So props to Samuel. He took me out in the first part there, but I think we played pretty well. It's just, especially the third match, I definitely kind of like let it get too far. Like too many mistakes, and Samuel just capitalized on it. But let's go into the next set of matches for the tournament, which is my matches against NotAlex, which this was the man that ended up winning the tournament, so props to him as well. Everyone played phenomenally yesterday. It was a really good series of games. So I think we were trying to kind of like feel each other out here, because Rash has a lot of different play styles and trying to get used to those. So that was a good punish by him. I'm wondering if I could have pressed a button here in response. I probably could. Probably could do jumping medium kick myself and hit him out of the air. Okay, he gets me with the low. Into medium. And this is when I notice, okay, he's doing full screen tongue. I just got punished for this. And even in that instance, I'm pretty positive I could beat that. He gets me with the cross up, a little bit of American resets over here. A wall splat. So boom, he gets the insta break. Boot! Grab. I think I make over an overhead here. Nope. Just doing meaty because I expect him to backdash. Jumping heavy kick, or not jumping, standing heavy kick. Really good button. I was getting tired of him jumping and I didn't know what he was going to do, so I'm just like, get off me! I think he does it again here and I do punish it. No, I didn't. I know, the idea is there though. I think it kind of happens here. Nope. I could have jab punish, and I'm starting to press the jab there. I messed up an input here. He doesn't capitalize on it, so I'm like, okay. No, do what you gotta do. Overheads, yep. He's looking for a grab here again. I don't think he was ready for that. I could have capitalized. I probably could have ended the round there, to be honest. I'm assuming shadow boot here. Yeah. He can up tongue. Yep. Ooh, that was a weird situation though, because he wasn't on the other side. But he is dead. He does have a little bit of instinct left, so I'm trying to be a little bit cautious. He caught me with it. I think he might end up killing me. Yeah, with the grab. I was trying to shadow counter the rim, but I was too slow. No juggles by him. Okay, so this is where, yeah. So that break right there is something I'm going to wish I friggin' counter broke. Because I let him get away with that break way too many times. Way more times than I should have. And I think that's going to be like the story of this set. So we catch him here. We don't capitalize. He gets the shadow boot off. Does he try and tongue in again? I think he does, or he tries to... I was looking to anti-air with the crouching heavy punch, but he spaced it out just well enough. I could have probably up-tongue, but, you know, it'd be like that. Boom, boom. And there's a little, like, fake button that I was talking about where you can kind of mix people up. I wanted to try and emphasize that I wanted to get this match over with. Oh, no. I think that was a missed input by me for sure. Jab, jab. And I let it rock, and the match is over. So in that instance, I definitely, if he was gonna break, I was gonna let him break, because think of what happens if he gets the count. If I don't get the counter break, he goes and basically pops instinct. He has 2 bars, and he runs a train on me because now he's rash and instinct, you know. But I respect the possible bait. It's the first match, kind of feeling each other out still. I respect it. The second match. Jabs at the start, as always, because Rash jab is obscenely good. I was talking in the KI Discord about this. I'm like, I don't understand it, but I'm just going to use it. Heaviest, yep. I think he does it again here. The jab, but I get him again. And here's that break again. Here's the break I was talking about. So I definitely should have emphasized the counter break. We blocked the overhead this time, though. Just trying to get some buttons out. He does punish the heavy boot, which is punishable. Jump tongue again here. We catch him, but then he breaks again. This is what I mean. Like, I should have definitely been challenging the tongue into button breaks. We catch him with the anti-air here this time. And we trade here, I believe. Rash being goofy. We kind of had a similar idea, but he gets me in the corner here. This is where I think Alex is definitely the strongest, and this is something I struggle with. The corner pressure is definitely here. I think he's already pressing a button, but the bike ends up trading with him, thankfully. I was like, oh, I got out, okay. But I didn't get out because of my defense, and that's what we've been trying to work on, chat. I think he was expecting something else. We get some decent damage here. We get the bike. That's a lot of damage, actually. 57% because we were able to get the bike in when we were doing the boot ender. We miss here because he jumped again for the grab. I could have juggled there, missed the opportunity. Boom, boom, boom. I think we have enough, yeah, so this is second game. So second game, looking really clean. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is pretty good. Like, this is good experience for, like, the mirror match of Rash. I'm like, I'm punishing when I need to be. There's a couple of situations where I'm, like, kind of getting hit up. But, and I think you're going to see here in the next few games that the stuff I really need to work on is definitely him getting me in the corner and getting blown up for it. Because my corner pressure was definitely not anywhere near as good. Also, this is something else I need to point out in my gameplay. I need to punish counter breakers harder. Because I'm reacting to him doing a counter break and I just immediately do grab. Which I should be doing heavy, a heavy button into something better. Catching him with the overhead, we have him in the corner. Now let's see the corner disparity. So we're running a train on him right now, so I'm like, okay, we're in a good spot, but then he gets me. He kind of reverses it on me here. So I'm like, okay. We kind of get out, but again, this is where that button comes into play, where he does jump back medium kick, catches me out, catches me with the overhead. Seems to like going for the mediums. I thought he was going for the mediums again, so I did the light. I tried to boot instead of jabs. Good block on him. I think he gets me into the corner here, maybe gets a grab, and that might be round. Nope, he just wanted the raw damage. I just did that because I had instinct pop. I don't think I can cash it out, though. And I should have known that was coming because even a chip would have killed me. So that's all he was looking for. So I should have backed off there or thought about my approach a bit differently. So we catch him here, but he's going to be able to pop instinct. Good backdash. Gets me in the corner. But we were able to close out the round. Still, like, super tight situation, but unfortunately we're about even a meter, and he has instinct. So this is kind of scary. He kind of, like, has the more definitive lead right now. Or possibly. I don't know why I tried to break heavy there. I need to remember that's always lights, not heavy. I'm a Rash player, and I forget how to break stuff sometimes. And this is going to be tongue, because you can't break this, into recap with the bike, one chance break, into grab. Or he just continues the combo, because that's a guess as well. You don't know what version of Ram Rash is doing. So he really is abusing that fact, and being able to do basically free combos in one chance in the break. Or into Ultra, I mean. So I didn't even get to use my second instinct because of the mix-ups. And that is some of the power of Rash's instincts, that you can create a lot of like one chance breaks that are, you know, you can't even tell, like with the Ram. So we got that match out of the way. So let's go into the fourth match. Let's see how I adapt, because I think really what it just came down to is him just getting me in the corner and me just not dealing with the pressure very well. So I was catching him with the overheads a lot there, and that's something maybe I should have enforced more. So grab tech. I was expecting him to do something else, definitely not just tongue in. So I could have probably blocked there, I didn't need a jab again. I was expecting him to hit him again. And he just tongues in. I should be waiting for that. I have no reason to be jumping here, because he's not trying to enforce an air game at all. So I should just be waiting for him, if we're in full screen like that, to just tongue in, and then just jab punish again. And then maybe look for that counter breaker we were talking about. Shadow boot here, I didn't respect it. We got a backdash, but then again we tried to backdash in the grab, which ended up punishing it for us. So in this instance, if I see him tonguing like that, my response should have been here to just up-tongue him back. And I just tried to jump instead and got punished for it. And then we panic break, and then he ends up cashing out the the combo. So again, this is like me not playing defense enough. Just block. Even if I take grabs, just look for the overheads and block low. And again, here's that break again. The medium punch break in the air. I think I up-tongued here to get him in the combo, but he was just barely not in it enough. He was just the spacing on it. He knew what I was gonna do. Catches me again. We catch him with the cross up. on the instinct. I was hoping that would kill, but he gets enough meter here to boot, and then he's gonna pop instinct. This is his time to try and get something going, but thankfully I had enough meter to shadow boot him out of the air. But we're in a similar situation again, if you notice. Brad, he has his instinct, and I do not have mine. So I think again we try to meet in the air. I press too many jabs because I'm trying to get him out of the air, and then this is pretty much just going to be the same story. Bike damage, which I think that's like 15% damage on a bike hit, by the way, just by itself. And I think this is just another like a grab situation. Boom, and bam, dead. So I'm definitely noticing where a lot of the struggle is coming from is definitely in the corner, and me not respecting like what characters can do in the corner. It's a tough situation to get out of, especially if you don't have a reversal, just a reversal without meter. So I get that, but still, I feel like there's better play that I could be doing here. 1 second, Chad. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Alright. So now we got the third, or final match. So he's not punishing this at all. So I'm like, I'm okay to keep doing that. But then he's doing it again. I'm just checking him with jabs. Again, this is me, I should have been punishing harder. Thankfully, Rash's throw actually does a considerable amount of damage, so it's not too bad, to be honest. Okay, so how do I deal with this again? We're in the corner again. Let's see. Again, we're trying to block, but we get empty jump throwed. And then this, I'm assuming I tried to wake up Shadow Boot, and I think I mistimed it, and that's probably what made me break right there. And frustration break, definitely. So he tongues up again. Again, I don't respond well. I try and jump to try and meet him. And then he gets, I get him finally, but then I make the mistake again. I was like, there's no reason for me to do that. Why am I using Shadow? You could tell the frustration is definitely there from the past few matches, and I think he Shadow Boots here. Nope. Okay. I get a reset in the corner with the bike. So we're looking good so far. We got the meter. We're gonna get a level 4 ender here. I should have went for Shadow Boot maybe, and unfortunately the bike wasn't there to keep me in. I think he just runs a train on me here. Nope, I do get the break, and we catch the back dash. So again, look at the way the match has developed. He has instinct again. I do not. So it's definitely a trend. I must be getting opened up more, and that's why I'm getting it. Again with this break, I fake out the button because I was expecting him to break, but I don't do down tongue. Again, that's a missed input, and I would have probably had a mix up there. So boot, and I make him pop instinct. So this is good. I'm making him pop instinct in my first round, and then he pops both of his shadow bars to try basically close out the round, which is fine. But let's see how the third match goes, or the rest of the match. So we're blocking, having some good defense. Catch him on his button presses a little bit. His boot hits my tongue, so it sends me flying. Catch him, heel sweep. I'm assuming jump tongue here. Yep, and that kicks me out of it because I was trying to reversal him, and I reversed my inputs. So tongue again. I didn't jab here. I could have jabbed. And then we just got the one chance break. So now we have a bar, and he does respect that. I could have done maybe empty jump low there. A little bit of a scramble here. He does have a bar, so I need to be careful. This is a tough situation because he does have the bar, and I'm trying to be cognizant of that. I could have met him easily with jumping medium kick there. I was blocking the overhead. I was like, I didn't want to give this up. I was like, I really wanted to move on. It's a very, very close match. He actually broke the heavy kick. If I had just played patient and not tried to boot, I would have been okay. I could have punished there again. And he broke the medium punch again. This is what I mean, that medium punch came back to haunt me, chat. So the patience. I could have punished that. I could have punished the jumping of the heavy kick. I think we get hit by the overhead, yep. And I fucking miraculous guest break. So I'm still in it, and I'm like, okay, he's doing this, and we whiff. I was like, no! So in this situation, definitely, I was looking to break the ram. And then I get medium. Or I get shadow counter. I'm like, no! Damn it! So, definitely good games to Alex, but man, it was real close. Whew. Getting the full ultra. Good games to this man. Seriously though. It was a real close match.
These cameos are killing me.